Bank of England decision, it's just hit the tape and it's a hike by 25 basis points as expected. This, of course, the second hike in a decade, the last hike, a sort of reversal, the post-Brexit cut. So it's the sort of first independent, non-related to Brexit hike. Bank of England raising it by 25 basis points to 0.75. Let's have a look at equity markets. The FTSE not really moving too much. Of course, European markets been down throughout the day. This was expected. Steve Leisman's here with us on set with the pound. Let's have a quick look at that. Is flat. So, in fact, the pound has recovered some ground. It was down around 0.4% before this decision. It's now back to flat for the day, which is a bit of a surprise to see 0.4% of move in the currency, given that this hike was expected. Steve, your take?
Yeah. So just
I haven't seen the statement yet.
I'm reading the headlines from the statement right now. And it says, if the economy continues to develop broadly in line with projections, ongoing tightening of monetary policy over the forecast period would be appropriate, and any such tightening would be gradual in pace. There's a bunch of estimates here as to inflation and growth that I don't think are out of line. What would expected growth in Q2 18, 0.4. 0.4 in Q3 18, so that's what I think the 1.6 by U.S. standards, 0.4.
We're seeing it was a unanimous decision to hike rates, so that's probably
9-0
that we're getting a little bit more of a jump in the pound than expected. Had been a possibility of at least one dissenter, but the fact that it's unanimous does show how expected this particular decision was. But the pound, if you check in.
I wonder if Carney is picking up on the thing that Michelle Girard said, which I think is so interesting. This is the time to be tightening before the Fed goes further, because you don't want to be tightening into a cycle where everybody else is doing the same thing. So you get a jump maybe on the BOE, maybe you get a jump because the effects, and she's right, the Fed has had the luxury of tightening into continued easing of the ECB. We don't know how much effect that's had.
Does that signal that this is a move and then they're going to back off? I mean,
well,
if that's the case.
I don't know how unique that commentary was, but certainly they signaled further tightening ahead would be appropriate. They used almost the same language the Fed used yesterday.